In a group of 15 health insurance policyholders, each policyholder has probability zero point 0.9 of receiving radiation and probability zero point 0.4 of receiving chemo. Radiation and chemo treatments are independent for each policyholder, and the treatments of different policyholders are mutually independent. The policyholders in the group all have the same health insurance that pays 2 for radiation and 3 for chemo. Find the variance of the total the insurance company pays for the 15 policyholders. Let R be the number of patients that undergo radiation, and let C be the number of patients that undergo chemotherapy. Should be who. Okay, so then the total payment, since we are paid 2 for each radiation and 3 for each chemotherapy, so the total payment will be 2R for the radiation and then 2C for the 3C for the chemo, because 3 for each chemo. So the total payment will be 2R plus 3C. And we have to find the variance of this total payment, right? Find the variance of the total payment. So we have to find variance of X. So now in general, if you have AR plus BC, then the variance will be A square variance R plus B square variance C plus 2 times A times B times covariance of R and C. But since R and C are independent, they're given that the patients who undergo different treatments are independent. So the covariance of R and C is 0. And so we will just have A square variance R plus B square variance C, and the covariance term will be 0. And so A is 2, B is 3. So variance of X will be 2 square variance R plus 3 square variance C, which will be 4 times variance R plus 9 times variance C. So now we go about finding the variance of R and variance of C. So now R is binomial because a patient will either undergo radiation or not. There are 15 of them, and they're all equally likely to undergo radiation or not. So that's a binomial situation. So R is binomial. Number of patients is 15, and the probability of a patient getting radiation is 0.9. So the variance of binomial, as we know, is NP times 1 minus P. So 15 times 0.9 times 0.1, that's 1.35. Similarly, C is also binomial with N 15 and P 0.4. And the variance of C is NP 1 minus P, 15 times 0.4 times 0.6, that's 3.6. So now we have the information to use this equation. So variance of X is 4 variance R plus 9 variance C equals 4 times 1.35 plus 9 times 3.6 equals 37.8. That was choice B.